What up, Hacksters? We are coming at you a day early for Fundum Friday. This being a holiday weekend, we'll be back next week, but we have some goodies to keep you all happy over the weekend. Let's start off with kitables. This is a new monthly DIY kit. We've covered a few different maker-friendly subscription model kits over the last few months, and this one is a little bit more crafty focused, so they've got some food chemistry experiments and things going on here, but also lots of electronics. They focus on tons of soldering in their marketing as well. So this guy has 27 days to go and is only 10% funded, so if you want to see this one happen, jump in now. You can also get previous kits that these guys have released on their website. So this is actually their second round of funding. They've got a solar USB portable charger kit, Bluetooth speaker kit, mini Lego drone kit, and other things that you can get right off their website if you just can't wait for a Kickstarter. Next up, we've got the Sonnet. This is a mobile communication augmentation device. It does a mesh networking mode where different nodes can relay messages between them. It has an ability to share locations, it stores offline maps, and you can use an alert button to tell people that you're in danger. This hooks up to your phone, but you don't need an extra app. You just hook up to its Wi-Fi network, and then you start chatting with your friends. You may note that this resembles the old Gotenna, which is, it's not that old, but in the world of crowdfunding, it's pretty old. The Gotenna also allows you to communicate wirelessly without service from towers or whatever, but it also has only texting and GPS as far as I can tell. There is a version called the Gotenna Mesh that does have mesh networking like the Sonnet does, but it seems, if you're interested in this, I would do a comparison between the two because you can get the Gotenna right now, but the Sonnet might have some extra features like those offline maps that you would want to use. It also has very secure messaging, so even if you're using a node in between you to relay a message from you to your friend, you don't have to worry about them eavesdropping on you. So it looks like a good deal. This one has 32 days to go, and it's about twice funded already, so not much of a risk there. The Pavlok is back. So this is a wearable device that can vibrate, beep, but also shock you with a number of volts to get you to change your habits. The old one relied on you pushing a button when you did your nasty activity, which is sort of like the old thing where you would snap a rubber band against your wrist. But this one has more intelligence, and it also includes a step counter. And you can stick it on whatever watch band you have or use their newly extra thin and wearable watch strap that they provide. So you can go get the Pavlok 2. It's apparently actually helping people change their habits because I guess all it requires is an initial dose of motivation in the morning to put it on, and then after that you're basically on your own with the Pavlok. This one is 9,000% funded, and it's got 1 day left, so jump on it. Aren't you glad we're doing this a day early? A similar project on Kickstarter does not shock you, but it also can be added on to an existing watch. If you want a fitness tracker, but you don't want an extra strap on your wrist, if you want something smart, but you don't want to give up your beautiful existing watch, you can grab this and buckle it onto your existing watch. It does fitness tracking for you. And it's quite attractive and unobtrusive, so as long as it vaguely matches the metal tone of your existing watch, you don't have to worry about looking all weird. Or you can just show it off if you want, if you're that kind of person. Both of these, you could build yourself if you have access to a Pebble watch. As you may have heard, they got acquired by Fitbit, they're being discontinued, but the servers will stay on until the end of 2017, and there is a robust DIY community dedicated to producing an open source OS for this. So smart straps are something that they introduced fairly recently, and it allows you to connect whatever you want, build your own accessories, and attach them to the Pebble watch. So that's another way to go at it if you don't feel like throwing down for either the Pavlok itself or the smart strap. But yeah, this would definitely be the easier route, but who said makers ever take the easy route? Let's just skip over here. Also in the vein of clipping things onto other things, augmentation of existing devices, there's been this trend in music crowdfunding campaigns recently that have been quite successful, where they clip onto existing instruments that you have, so you don't have to give up your favorite Stratocaster or your favorite drums or whatever in order to make them smart. In this case, it is a sensory percussion assembly that clips onto your existing drum kit, or you can get it with this beautiful CNC drum set with this matching color scheme that's exclusive to this Kickstarter. And what it does is it senses your strikes on the surface and rims of your drum to control other things. For example, you can output it to a computer program such as Ableton and use it to trigger other effects. So again, this uses your existing drums, or this other one if you want to buy it, to convert stuff that you already know how to do, your existing actions, into something intelligent. And you can see all the different ways that it hooks up to things in their Kickstarter. So this is under sensory percussion, and the fact that they're Kickstarter Gold implies that they've already had a successful campaign and they're bringing it back in an improved fashion. This is by Sun House. I wanted to highlight a few of the past campaigns that were similar to this in case you're looking at running your own Kickstarter. Yeah, this clip-on model seems very successful based on previous ones. For example, the Guitar Wing, which was made by my friend Moldover and Livid Instruments and was funded over a year ago now, and it clips onto existing guitars to turn them into multi-sensory, touch interfaces for connecting them to different MIDI interfaces and stuff. So it's a wireless control surface that you can manipulate as buttons and things to do different effects. There's also the Dada Machines music set, which provided solenoids and strikers and all kinds of different stuff to turn whatever you have lying around your house into an instrument. And this was also successfully funded a while ago. It was quite expensive, but I was drooling over it, and I know that a few of my friends were as well. It's very stylish. Again, this was only providing the actuators, the mechanisms, and then you could connect it to whatever you wanted to create your own instruments, and they have a few demonstrations down here. And finally, we also featured the Fret Zeppelin attachment for guitars, which was a set of sort of sticky surface mount LEDs that attached to your existing instrument without damaging it, and it was quite robust, and it teaches you to play guitar, so it can show you chords and things, and it just clips onto whatever you are already playing. So you could even start out with a basic guitar, and then as you got better, you could move on to a nicer guitar and keep your Fret Zeppelin on there. Yeah, so all these clip-on things, it seems to be a model that's working for people in crowdfunding, and I would give it a shot if you're looking for a way to provide something that's cheaper and gives people choice. And finally, we've got a new 3D printer on the scene. This reminds me a bit of the M3D Micro, which was the last sort of little cuboid, self-contained, low-cost market printer. However, this one was $300 to $400, which is fairly cheap for a 3D printer, but not really still. I mean, for the record, I have one of these and I love it. I also have a 101 Hero, which was crowdfunded and barely works, and it works great. But this one, for $245, you get the deluxe model. There's basic, plus, and deluxe, and the deluxe comes with a heated bed and an LCD screen with feedback and stuff, and a built-in camera that allows you to monitor your print, which is pretty fancy, and that's all for $50 less than the M3D Micro. However, you do have to wait for it until December, and it looks like it's actually going to get funded, which is great. They're already 500% funded. But yeah, cool stuff, and it looks like it has pretty good resolution as well. So I'm excited about this guy. Of course, it's going to go up in price once the crowdfunding campaign is over. So if you can afford to throw down $250 now, and then see what happens between now and like December when it ships. Ideally, it would be out by the holiday season if you have little makers in your house, and it looks like a good deal. They've got a number of reviews up as well. Oh yeah, one of the cool features that I missed before is the power outage recovery. So, we've all experienced, I've definitely experienced this catastrophic thing where it loses power and then you've been printing this huge complicated thing or like something you're really excited about and you have to go back, scrape it off the build platform and start again because you lost power for whatever reason. Someone tripped over the cord. So this one, you can simply turn it on again and hit resume and it'll resume the print. I'm guessing that there's going to be probably some form of like blemishes on your final print, because if the nozzle is still hot and it's sitting against your surface, you're going to get a little bulb. But I mean, that's way better than if you have to completely restart your prototype print or whatever from scratch. So this prints in multiple materials. You're not limited to PLA or even PLA and ABS. You can also do PET and nylon-based filaments. And all around, it seems like a pretty decent gamble. Of course, how much you want to trust the marketing photos of prints is up to you. But it sounds pretty good, and it's fully funded. So that's what I've got for you this week. Tune in next week for more Fundum Fridays, as well as our throwback project and our Hackster Cafe interview, which this time around is with Personal Particle Accelerator, another one that may be coming to Kickstarter soon. If you've ever wanted to build your own particle accelerator, this is your chance. So stay tuned for those, and thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.